Adolescent Counseling Services, or ACS for short, is a community-based organization that provides mental health counseling, LGBTQIA+ support services, and addiction treatment in both San Mateo and Santa Clara counties. Our mission is to empower youth in our community to find their way through social emotional support and by building safe, accepting communities. Each year, we serve over 20,000 youth aged 5 to 25 and their families through 4 critical programs.
Dr. Philippe Ray, I'm the Executive Director of Adolescent Counseling Services. What inspired me to get involved with ACS, I believe adolescents are the last chance we have as mental health counselors to make a difference and to plant the seeds, impact them and the rest of their lives.
ACS was founded in November 1975 and was called then the Palo Alto Adolescent Services Corporation, or PASC. The coalition was concerned about unhoused teens who were running away and sleeping in cars, abandoned homes, or even the attics of schools. The group included parents, police officers, staff on the Palo Alto Human Relations Council, and teachers.
My name is Joe Simidian, and my relationship to ACS is longtime supporter dating all the way back to the mid-1970s when I was almost but not quite a founding member. Back in the mid-1970s, our local school district, Palo Alto Unified, was under a great deal of economic stress, declining enrollment, funds were tight, and the obvious question was who's going to be there for the kids, particularly as there were fewer and fewer counselors. In the absence of anyone else to do it, ACS said, we're going to be a thing and we're going to make that happen. The original vision was to be there with mental health counseling for young people in the Palo Alto schools and to be a resource that otherwise simply wouldn't be available. I think the vision was realized. Times change, needs change, kids change. Being a young person can be tougher than we remember it through our rose-colored glasses sometimes, and I think PASC stepped up, and ultimately it went beyond Palo Alto, obviously, to become Adolescent Counseling Services.
In December 1977, Caravan House opened. It was originally a group home for physically and emotionally abused teens. It then became a group home for teen girls who had nowhere else to turn. Caravan House served around 20 individuals per year from the time it was opened until the time it was closed in 2007. Caravan House has changed so many lives. In 1980, ACS started the on-campus counseling program at Jordan Middle School. The idea was to reach teens before problems became severe, as was the case with girls at Caravan House. It focused on prevention and early intervention. Since then, we've served schools all over the peninsula.
Karen Canty, and I was a board member, and now I'm just a supporter. I felt like kids, especially teenagers, in need of somebody to talk to. One of the programs that ACS does is they're on campus with a counselor. Kids can go in anytime that they need or want to talk to somebody. So to have a professional on campus where they didn't have to go away, where they didn't have to pay for it because it was already paid for, because a lot of times it's underneath the surface that they're talking about something that isn't really the problem. So if you're good at what you do, you can figure out what the real problem is and hopefully help the kids at that point. So that's why I thought it was important to have.
My favorite part about ACS is definitely being able to talk about everything I'm feeling, because growing up in a Latino household, it's very taboo to talk about exactly how I'm feeling and everything I'm thinking. And my therapist has helped me realize that what works for me is crying sometimes, and if that's what works for me, then that's totally normal. It's not something I should be ashamed of, and it helps me let go of my feelings, so I shouldn't hold back on that.
Our adolescent substance addiction treatment program was formed in 1991. It was created to respond to the growing need for affordable outpatient addiction treatment for teens and families. We've seen community needs evolve with substance use trends over the years. From alcohol use to opioids, we've addressed them all.
My name is Monica Ippolito. I'm currently a licensed marriage and family therapist, and how I am a part of ACS is that back in 2013, I was an intern, which now they're called associates. What inspired me to get involved with the ACS, my passion for working with teenagers, and I liked the fact that there was an opportunity to help them through their issues with substance abuse, and that's really what drew me in. I had a lot of successful stories, which is great because the kids did the really hard work. I just helped facilitate for them. There was a beautiful mural. As each client graduated, they were able to put their name on the wall and add something to this mural. I am privileged enough to have had the successful clients be able to talk at ACS galas and tell their story. One particular person that stands out, she was struggling a lot with substance abuse, mental health issues as well. Came from a single home family. She was struggling a lot. Through our program, she came to group, did her individual, her family, and really worked on herself. She successfully graduated. Then she went off to do ROTC. She sent me a letter telling me that she was doing really well, and that was such a nice treat to get a letter from a client and knowing that they were doing really well in their life.
ACS began offering after-school counseling or community counseling to local teens and their family members in 2008. This new program caters to teens who do not attend participating schools in our on-campus counseling program, so they can still receive affordable mental health services. In 2013, the Outlet program became a part of ACS. Prior to joining ACS, Outlet was a social and civic organization that focused on community building and advocacy. As a program of ACS, Outlet now provides in-depth clinical services to LGBTQIA+ youth.
My name is Anthony Ross, and I am the former director of the Outlet program at ACS. So I worked with the Outlet program from 2003 until 2018. I was the director of the program while it was housed at ACS from 2012 or 13 until I left in 2018. Adolescent counseling services gave us that really solid kind of foundation to land on. And then also it just made a lot of sense because they already provided youth services in other ways, so we could connect our youth with some of the other programs through ACS as far as substance use and getting counseling there and the school program. So it was really kind of a very organic and natural connection. Some of my favorite moments are decorating the room with the staff when we moved to the office in Redwood City, really creating just such a sweet space for everybody.
So when I came to Outlet, I was so affirmed and appreciated for who I was, and that changed me inwardly and eventually externally to what I said and did exponentially. I learned how to communicate with others. I learned how to be in conflict. I learned how to uphold my values within my relationships. I learned how to show people who I was.
Adolescent Counseling Services formed the ACS Institute of Psychotherapy and Training in 2018 so that we can train and form the therapists of the future. Our goal is to create a pipeline for clinical interns to enter the mental health field, specialize in working with adolescents, and become the experts in niche areas like substance addiction or LGBTQIA+ support. They will then go out into the community and continue to fill the demand for these critical specializations.
I love nothing more than to see interns coming in with us, first-year interns or even young staff, to be trained by ACS, to spend time developing their skills in our organization, and after a couple of years to watch them get on to bigger job, bigger organizations.
Kids need support. There's really not enough organizations or enough people that are around to support the needs of teens on the peninsula of all kinds. And people who have, especially for mental health, I think a lot of us see teens as just a certain way, always a problem and always struggling in some way, but that they get it figured out. But without having some adults who really can listen and really be there to support the parents, to support the teachers, all the adults who are in their lives, along with the kids, that's just invaluable.
There's always going to be a need for an ACS because kids are always going to be struggling to manage their mental health needs, their emotional needs. The question is somebody going to be there for them when they need that help? When an organization has been with you for 50 years, it's easy to take it for granted. I hope we don't do that with ACS. The mission is a tough one. Topic is one that people understandably don't always embrace. The work is hard work. It's never been more essential than it is today. I hope we will never take ACS for granted. I hope that the folks at ACS today, tomorrow, and the year after will be there not just today, tomorrow, and the year after, but for decades to come, if not longer, and that they'll understand just how essential they are to meeting the needs of young people in the community today, tomorrow, and on all the years to follow.